great non-Muslim quotes on Islam. Mahatma Gandhi, H. G. Wells, Karen Armstrong, Dalai Lama, George W. Bush, Oprah Winfrey, Pope John Paul II, Sarojini Naidu, Jimmy Carter, Leo Tolstoy. Mahatma Gandhi, Indian nationalist leader.
I wanted to know the best of the life of one who holds today an undisputed sway over the hearts of millions of mankind. I became more than ever convinced that it was not the sword that won a place for Islam in those days in the scheme of life. It was the rigid simplicity, the utter self-effacement of the Prophet, the scrupulous regard for pledges, his intense devotion to his friends and followers, his intrepidity, his fearlessness, his absolute trust in God, and in his own mission. These and not the sword carried everything before them, and surmounted every obstacle. When I closed the second volume of the Prophet's biography, I was sorry there was not more for me to read of that great life.
H. G. Wells, a famous author.
He told that the Islamic teachings have left great traditions for equitable and gentle dealings and behavior, and inspire people with nobility and tolerance. These are human teachings of the highest order, and at the same time practicable. These teachings brought into existence a society in which hard-heartedness and collective oppression and injustice were the least as compared with all other societies preceding it. Islam is replete with gentleness, courtesy, and fraternity.
Karen Armstrong, famous British author and commentator. She said that Islam is a religion of success. Unlike Christianity, which has as its main image, in the West at least, a man dying in a devastating, disgraceful, helpless death, Muhammad was not an apparent failure. He was a dazzling success, politically as well as spiritually, and Islam went from strength to strength to strength. Dalai Lama, a spiritual leader of Tibet.
He told that, since September 11th event, in many occasions I always come forth with a defense of Islam. Islam, like any other major tradition, I think the very praising Allah means love, infinite love, compassion, like that. I understand Islam. They usually carry rosary, all 99 beads, different name of Allah, all refer compassion, or these positive things.
George W. Bush, 43rd President of the United States.
He said, Islam brings hope and comfort to millions of people in my country, and to more than 1 billion people worldwide. Ramadan is also an occasion to remember that Islam gave birth to a rich civilization of learning that has benefited mankind.
Oprah Winfrey, an American famous celebrity. She told that, love Sufism, the divinity of the human soul. Within our spiritual heart, there is a direct connection to God. I have respect for all faiths. All faiths. But what I'm talking about is not faith or religion. I'm talking about spirituality. Pope John Paul II.
He said, "The religiosity of Muslims deserves respect. It is impossible not to admire, for example, their fidelity to prayer. The image of believers in Allah, who without caring about time or place, fall to their knees and immerse themselves in prayer remains a model for all those who invoke the true God, in particular for those Christians who, having deserted their magnificent cathedrals, pray only a little or not at all."
Sarojini Naidu, Indian independence activist and poet. She said, "It was the first religion that preached and practiced democracy, for in the mosque, when the call for prayer is sounded, and worshippers are gathered together, the democracy of Islam is embodied 5 times a day, when the peasant and king kneel side by side and proclaim, 'God alone is great.'" Jimmy Carter, 39th President of United States.
He said that, "I have been struck by the human and moral values, which Americans as a people share with Islam. We share, first and foremost, a deep faith in the one supreme being. We are all commanded by him to faith, compassion, and justice. We have a common respect and reverence for law. Despite the strains of the modern age, we continue to place special importance on the family and the home. And we share a belief that hospitality is a virtue and that the host, whether a nation or an individual, should behave with generosity and honor toward guests. On the basis of both values and interests, the natural relationship between Islam and the United States is one of friendship. I affirm that friendship, both as a reality and as a goal, and am determined to strengthen, not weaken, the long-standing and valued bonds of friendship and cooperation between the United States and many Muslim nations."
Leo Tolstoy, Russian famous author.
He told, "The legislation of Quran will spread all over the world, because it agrees with the mind, logic and wisdom." Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel.